There we go. Now my chat's up and running better. And their last man is Nocturne, so going after the jungle. I need to update my Twitch panels here. Some old scheduling stuff on there I haven't gotten rid of yet. Alright. So over on Nerval's side we've got Lee Sin locked in the jungle. Ooh, and a Senna support. So Senna Ashe in the bot lane. Look at Bruns, they locked Aatrox as their top laner by the looks of it. Zaya down in the bottom lane, and they're hovering Warwick. Probably going to be a jungle pick. And Patricia's here, trying to make up their mind. Oh, interesting. So we've got Aatrox and Fiora, both traditionally top laners. So we're gonna have to see who goes where with that, especially if Warwick's running the jungle. Back to Nerval's side, we're hovering Mundo Lux. Oh, switching it up. Maybe it's gonna be Talon Mundo. Oh, back to Lux. So it is going to be Lux. And let's see, their last pick over on Brun's side. Alien is thinking what? Thinking Blitzcrank support. Yeah, so it's going to be either Aatrox or Fiora mid, which is a really odd choice. Going melee into a ranged matchup generally isn't your best bet, but I think they got a lot of experience in that matchup. Who knows? Maybe they can pull it off. Neither of them are super mobile either, which maybe if you had like a Yasuo, for example, who can dash through your minion wave, they can kind of ruin a mid laner's day, but I mean, with Lux or Senna, that's they got enough range there that they shouldn't ever take trade damage. So if we just do, we're going to have a bit of a 3-minute spectator delay here. So if we just take a quick look at our head-to-head, jungle, we're going to have Lee Sin versus Warwick. Now, Lee Sin's got a lot more early pressure. Like, he can level 2 gank if he wants. He's got a lot of dashes. He can shield his own team. He's got the ability to gank quickly, fast, close gaps really well early in the game. So he can snowball a lane right off the get-go. Warwick, not so much. It takes him a little bit to get his, like he needs his ult to really gank that effectively, plus then to get his CC off. So we're going to have to wait and see how that works with Warwick. I would give the edge there to Lee Sin probably, as a more traditional jungle, more early game pressure, should be able to get the lane snowballing a bit faster. If we look, well, I can't really look at the top lane matchup because I'm not sure who it's going to be, but either way, you've got kind of a melee-ish, either bruisery, dually kind of fighter versus Mundo. And, I mean, either way, they're going to win the matchup at first. Like, it'll be an easier farm for them. The trick is, can you kill Mundo? Mundo generally is super tanky, and if he can scale into the late game, there's not a lot you can do to keep him down. So the early advantage definitely goes to Fiora and Aatrox.
Hello, I'm here to watch.
Yeah, you're coming here to help?
Yeah.
If we look at our bottom lane, it's probably going to be Ashe Senna, but it could be, of course, an Ashe Lux. You see electric support occasionally. But if it's Ashe Senna, that's a lot of poke damage out against Zaya and Blitz. Now, Zaya's got a bit of poke. Blitz isn't great against poke, but if you can pull either of these champions, that's going to kind of ruin their day a little bit because they don't have a lot of mobility to get out. Fortunately, Senna does have sustain to kind of make up for the lack of mobility. It's hard to tell. Like, if you look into the late game, Zaya definitely snowballs harder as an AD carry, and Blitz has the ability to create picks, which can be huge. But Senna Ashe, I might give the edge to actually early just because of their poke damage and how much sustain Senna can offer along with
robots
poke. Not right now, James. Not right now. No, we're coaching a game right now, bud. Who are you cheering for? Who are you cheering for? Then go upstairs, bud. If you're gonna cry about robots, you can go upstairs.
No.
No, you're gonna stay down here? Alright. I'm gonna mute my mic for a minute so we get started. Yeah, can you get him out of here, please? Thank you. I had to mute my mic. Welcome to my life.
It's not how you get down the stairs.
Alright, here we go. We're loading up. Getting into the game. So we've been playing for 3 minutes already, but we'll get to follow and see how things are going here. Alright, so we take a look at our keystones here. Again, both Fiora and Aatrox running Conqueror. So it's yeah, it's a little tough to tell which one they're going to be running top. If we look at our laners, the Lux running Arcane Comet, a little more likely to be laning, I would think, than the Senna who's running Aerie. Aerie is a pretty typical support one. But I mean, honestly, they're both good keystones on both of them. And they're both running Ignite, so it could go either way. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see who lanes where. Mundo's running Footwork. Oh, I guess so. Why not? 100 stacks, the next thing heals you. I would have expected a little more tank out of that keystone, but yeah, we'll see. Blitzcrank, of course, running Aftershock, which is pretty much the go-to on him as a support, and Warwick running Grasp. Alright, yeah, that works. Interesting that Warwick doesn't have any mobility. He took Heal along with Smite, so he's not going to have the ability to flash or ghost, or once he's in for good. He's not getting it with summoner spells. That's a pretty bold move by him in terms of he wants to go in and stay in. If the fight doesn't go his way, he can't save himself. But with Heal, I guess he's expecting to be able to win those duels. A lot of Ignites on their side. They've got 3 Ignites, no exhausts. I guess they're not too worried about exhausting Ashe, but a pretty good mix on both sides of attack damage and ability power. The other team, Bruns, is like heavy AD though. Aatrox is AD, Warwick's AD, Fiora's AD, Zaya's AD. Blitz can have a little bit of ability power, but as a support I would expect him to build mostly support items, which doesn't go heavily into the AP tree. You just can't afford it when you're not farming. So, I mean, that plays right into Mundo's hands. Like if Mundo just builds 2 or 3 armor items, he's going to be unkillable. But if you look at this side, we've got Mundo, who's ability power, Lux, who's ability power, Ashe and Senna and Lee Sin, who are all attack damage. And Senna, as a support, still hits pretty hard, even though most of her kit is built around supporting and healing. She's got a lot of long-range poke that still tickles, so like a better split of champions on a New Rule side for sure when it comes to just itemization options into the late game. Alright, 98%, almost loaded in here. Take a look at our skins. We got 2 skins for Neverville, and only 1 skin for Bruns. Ooh, skin battle goes to Neverville once again. Didn't help us last game, but hey, pays to look good, right? Style points. Oh, lost my screen. There we go. Ooh, this last 2% is taking forever. Somebody's running on a slow machine today. The Lunar Express Empress Luxury is a nice looking skin, actually. Can't say that I've seen it in game that often, but the splash art's nice. Alright, here we are, loading onto the Rift. So let's take a look at our early game itemization here. Once our players actually hit the Rift. Come on. Nice view of an empty map right now. Not seeing. There we go. Now we got vision on the turrets. Where's our champions? Alright, in we go. So Senna, of course, takes the Spectral Sickle. Jungles are going to be starting with their Hunter's Machetes. Okay, let's line these guys up. Mundo's in the top lane. We got our jungles. We got our mid AD carry. Support AD carry. Okay, who's going top? Aatrox is going top. Alright, good. So it's going to be a Fiora mid. Alright, let's see how this looks. Mundo has no items, having issues connecting. Well, hopefully he restarts the client, manages to get loaded in to see how that works. I'm not sure what the remake rules are actually in this league. There's got to be something around like if someone can't connect in the first 5 minutes, you can do a remake or whatever. But I'm not actually sure what the official rules on that one are for technical difficulties. Yeah, so Isaiah's in the Twitch. You're letting us know that he can't connect. Probably your best bet then, Isaiah, is going to be try to reload the client, and if you don't connect, get your team to ask for a remake. Just use, I don't know, you guys are in chat somewhere, use the Discord or whatever, get them to ask for a remake. Oh, and if he's saying that now, he's been sitting there for 3 minutes because we're on spectator mode, so we probably will need to do a remake. Anyways, we've got no invades, nothing fancy happening early. So let's just get to the farm. Leeson starting blue buff, Warwick starting red, interesting choice. So Leeson wants to put some pressure on the bottom side of the map, I guess, if he's going to double buff. Blitz misses his first pull, which is fortunate because no one needs to take trade damage early. Ooh, Lux taking trade damage early, unusual. You really got to play around that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Fiora's actually hitting like a truck, but she takes a ton of minion damage and actually comes out almost even in that trade, just because of how much the minions do early. So not much going on. That's just people farming back and forth. Blitz looking for hooks. Senna trying to get some poke damage off here and there, but regenerating her mana. Top lane's a bit of a no-go, so... Yeah, if you're not getting in as yet, just tell your team to ask for a remake. It's technical difficulties. If somebody doesn't load in, you just remake the game, use the same tournament code, and off you go. So you should be able to surrender this one at like the 5-minute mark, basically, if there's someone who's not connected. I'm not sure if that's enabled in... Oh! So Senna went for the... Oh, so he went for the thing, ended up getting pulled, and ended up winning the trade because of his heal plus the bind coming out, which is huge. Now, yeah, that's the one thing with Senna is super predictable where she's going to be because you know she's going to go for that shadow. And so it makes it a little bit easier to pick off. So we're going to have to wait and see if they do pull a remake here or what the plan is there. Oh, Ash, a good move to pull the minion sideways, but gets caught by Blitz, which is not ideal. Uses her flash to prevent some health there. We see Warwick pathing on his way down. Really wants to get this half-health AD carry out of there. Oh, pulls the back just in time. Great timing by him to get out of there. Is it going to happen? Nope, stays with the back. So it's 3 versus 1 on the bottom lane right now, but should be alright. There we go. So we see in the chat now the top is AFK. So we'll see if they ask for a remake or not. I mean, saying AFK doesn't really help. You should probably mention those technical difficulties, but... Okay, so Leeson's trying to fight the top lane right now. He manages to secure his objective, but takes quite a bit of harass. Seeing as Mundo's AFK and can't really go help him. But Lux collapses, which is a good move. There we go. Now it's 2 versus 1. So that collapse gets a flash out. Did Leeson just blow his flash? Kind of looked like it. Let's see if his Q comes up again. Probably won't be enough to kill him, but... Oh, there it is. First blood over to Leeson. So great collapse by Lux. Fiora a little late on the follow, and that gives first blood over to Niverville. Fiora does follow late, but now she's stuck 2 versus 1. And between the shields from Lee Sin and the shields from Lux, I don't think she's getting out of there. Yep, and that's the second over onto Lee Sin. So great job by mid and jungle there to collapse. Oh, and Warwick shows up late to the fight and feeds a 3rd kill in. So a huge start for Nerville, even with an AFK top laner. Giving them a great start to this game. Now, if they do decide to proceed with a remake, the rules are generally the same. The picks have to stay the same, the bans have to stay the same, the sides have to stay the same. You just keep everything the same, you just remake the game and start from scratch again if the remake happens. So I'll have to wait and see what goes on with that. Usually just like quitting out of your client and reloading fixes the issue, but it's finally quit the game. That usually must have taken that long just to leave. Can we restart? No, I'm pretty sure you can. I actually think that, I'm pretty sure that's a league rule that you can do a reset within the first few minutes, but if I double check that, I lose the stream, which is no fun. Yeah, you just do a remake. Oh, I don't know if it works with tournament codes, though. That's the problem. We'd have to report it manually afterwards. Okay, if he closes the client, reopens the client, usually that gets you back in a game. But he's already burned 6 minutes of game time, which is not ideal, seeing as he'll be level 1 with 0 CS. That being said, their Aatrox isn't doing awesome either. He's 0-2 with 10 CS, so wouldn't be that far behind, other than the level advantage. Now they are going to lose some stuff now. So Fiora's rotated to top now to try and take advantage of that empty lane and get her farm up. So they're trying to rotate her up top because she's having a bad day against Lux. But this just means that Aatrox is going to get dumpstered even worse. So you can see Nerval's pinging out Warwick. They caught him working his way over to blue buff by the looks of it. So, oh, there's the gank. Lee Sin arrives. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Nope. Oh, that might do it. Fire the Q. Oh, sidestepped it just in time for Senna's Q to miss. Hey, we've got to reconnect. There we go. He's back. Maybe. We'll see if he actually starts moving and buying items. Yeah, so Aatrox is having no luck farming in the mid against Lux anymore. I mean, to be fair, a Fed Fiora, well, not a Fed Fiora, but a 52 farm Fiora versus a 0 farm Mundo with no items is not going to be a fun lane for him. He's going to have to turtle real hard. Oh, is she out? That move speed buff, though. Oh my goodness, gets out just in time, and Lee Sin shows up to save the day. And not only does he save the day, he picks up a kill out of it, too. Great job by Lee Sin to predict that and get there in time. I mean, I guess you should probably be assuming that Lee Sin's going to be in the area, seeing as there's nowhere else for him to be. He can't really gank for top lane, because there is no top lane. But now that Mundo returns, we'll have to see how things go up there. I don't know if at this point Lee Sin even puts the effort out into... Oh, another kill for Lee Sin. Man, he is popping off this game. Lee Sin is 4-0 right now. See, now he has to make a call. Is it worth him putting resources into top lane to get them back into the game? Or does he spend his time continuing the snowball bottom and mid? And honestly, his best bet is probably the bottom mid snowball. And just let Mundo sit in a turret and get what experience he can. Mundo right now, yeah, only level 2. So that's not going to be the easiest lane against... Okay, they've rotated Aatrox back up there. So Aatrox only has 15 minions, so they're basically at the same point in the game, other than his level advantage. So he's got his ult already. So item-wise they're tied, but that ult is actually a huge swing on his side. So Mundo's still not going to want to fight, but he should have an easier time. Yeah, just sit back, throw cleavers, get levels. He will level up a lot faster because there's a bit of a rubber banding effect when you're behind in levels. But we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. They've got 3 on top side right now at a very low level Mundo, so... Blitz looking for a pull by the look of it. And Warwick has started... Oh, Fiora blows her ult. She's going to try and dive him. Yeah, and so she just like 3-shots him because he's so far behind in items, levels, and experience. And that's going to give... Oh! Oh! Lux! What a steal! Triple kill and a steal over to Lux on the Rift Herald. Now that is what I call a Lux ult. Man, that thing hit like a truck. So basically one-shots 2 of them, pops the Rift Herald, and then finishes the other. So that is a huge swing over onto Nerval's side as well. Great play by Lux. Yeah, and that Herald's probably going to get, or at least help her get, most of the first turret. That's a lot of turret gold onto her as well for those plates. So Warwick's frantically running mid. Ooh, that was a close. That would have been a nasty pull. Warwick's trying to be running mid to try and get the save the turret there. There we go, another turret down on bottom side. So those plates give you actually a fair amount of gold when you drop them. So getting this many plates early, even though it's a lot of damage soaked into a turret that doesn't actually kill it, it does give them quite a bit. So Lux is roamed mid. Oh, there's the catch. And they finish her off. So another roam bot by Lux nets him another kill. And she doesn't mind having Aatrox push in, but now Fiora's got to deal with... Yeah, so Seamundo's level 5 already. Like, he's catching up in levels, but he's got 8 CS, so that top lane is definitely a lost cause for Lee Sin. I don't know if he's going to want to put too much effort in there. He's going there now to relieve a bit of pressure. And, I mean, Lee Sin's farmed enough. He might be able to kill her, but... Especially with double buffs. And Chilling Smite. Oh! Oh! He tried to get the insect play and walk around her, but she used her dash at the last minute, so we ended up kicking her out. Luckily, he still had his Q up and managed to thread the needle on that one. So that'll give a little, like as an assist onto Mundo, helps kind of catch him up a bit. He can get some of that experience. So that'll be nice. Lee Sin luckily is ahead enough that he can actually put those resources into top lane and still manage to get kills. Normally, if the game is close, you don't want to put those resources in. All right, red side's using jungle, blue side's pinging to contest. Let's see who wins it. Oh, Smite Battle goes over to Niverville. Warwick burns his ult to get out. Lee Sin comes in anyways, secures the kill. Zaya's caught out of the back, double onto Lee Sin. Dragon is secured as well for Niverville's side. And they're going to finish this off by stealing the blue buff as well, unless Warwick gets his way. Or Blitzcrank, sorry. It looked like he was going to try and steal it, but... So that's a Dragon and a triple over on Niverville's side. Great job by Niverville to use their poke damage to kind of whittle them down before Lee Sin jumped in and finished them. Fiora looking to close the gap. Oh, here we go. Blitz gets the pull. Lee Sin luckily is out of turret range. And out he goes. Oh, see Senna running right through the turret just to make sure she's there to support. That was a good move. I mean, they've got vision on Lee Sin, obviously, but... Oh, he's just waiting to get into the lane instead of walking all the way around. That's a good move. Alright, 3v3, we got a skirmish in the bottom. Not sure Aatrox is that big of a threat with 27 farm, but yeah, if we check our farm matchups, of course Aatrox is a little bit ahead of our top laner still, who was AFK for 7 minutes, but for junglers, Lee Sin is not only ahead in kills, 8-0, but is also up 20 CS. Oh, a nice clutch heal there gets him out. Mid laner, it's about tied. Fiora's at 86. She did take some of the free farm top to help her get into it, but Fiora's playing well. She's doing well. She got a kill off on Mundo up top early on, and only 2 deaths to her name. Supports, of course, Blitzcrank's got a lot more. Oh! Yee! Man! That was just nasty. Lux is doing real well. What is she? Oh yeah, she's 6-0. Okay, so she's also fairly fed. So that hit like an absolute truck. Yeah, Blitz is ahead because his item requires him to farm, but if you look at the 80 carries, they're basically tied in CS, but Asher's got 2 kills, 3 assists, whereas Zaya's sitting on 3 deaths, so that's going to be a pretty big gold lead on every lane on their real side for now. So yeah, Fiora's just hard pushing lanes, trying to get her farm numbers up, trying to get herself to late game. I mean, she's at almost 100 CS already, so she's been doing a good job of farming, for sure. But is it going to be enough to shut down Lux and Lee Sin together? I don't know. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough to shut down Lee Sin, but she's going to try and... Oh! She bursted that suddenly. It is enough to shut down Lee Sin. There you go. And that shutdown is a huge amount of gold. That's an extra 700 gold on Fiora, so she is going to be real tough to kill now. If she could take out the 8-0 Lee Sin before... Now with another 700 gold item under her belt. Oh, here we go. It's going to be a battle. Nope, it's not going to be a battle. They're going to back it out. So raid boss on JH Bruns' team is going to be Fiora. If they can take Fiora out, that's going to kind of be their win condition, I guess. And Bruns has got to contend with both Lee Sin and Lux right now in terms of who do they have to focus on. 80 carries don't become a factor till later in the game just because they need those items and those farms to really pick up. So Bruns choosing the group bottom. They sent 4 down there to put some pressure down. They've already lost their turret. Fiora looks like she's going to head top and try and put a stop to Mundo's free push. And Lux and Lee Sin are both rotating bottom to answer that pressure. Oh! He launched a blind Q in there and luckily missed, but then Warwick walked out. Blitz uses his heal pretty early, actually. Oh! There we go. Big shield from Senna coming out, soaking a lot of that damage. And it turns into a full route quadra kill on Niverville's side, so great job rotating around and answering that pressure. Now let's see what objective they choose to take with that now. Keep in mind, you still got top Mundo versus Fiora, and Mundo does not want to be there. If Fiora chooses to close the gap on him, he's just going to get dumpstered. So, yeah, he's just going to throw the cleaver, walk away. Throw the cleaver, walk away. That is the game plan for Mundo. Ranged against melee, that's what you want to do. Just keep poking him, poking her a little bit at a time. Farm with your cleaver if you need to. Don't even try and fight it. No, you tried to fight it, now you're dead. See, if he just thrown the cleaver and walked away, would have been fine. He's got an auto attack reset and a cleaver that he can use to farm under a turret. He should just be sitting there and soaking as much as he can to kind of prevent himself getting killed. So Fiora does her job as a split pusher and takes the top turret. Lux spamming some damage down the top lane, just trying to keep them low, because at that point there's not much they can do. If they're under half health, they can't really stop that push. So Lee Sin's covering the top turret. Warwick's attempting to solo Vile Mob by the looks of it. Give them a little more turret pressure at some point. So yeah, Fiora knows she can fight Lee Sin, but not under a turret. Oh! He kicked just a hair early. If he hadn't kicked that early, the turret would have procced her once or twice. But he kicked just a hair early, and the Fiora ult ends up getting her back to full health and killing him. There we go. Now are they going to try and 2v1 her? Oh! Oh, she uses her riposte and blocks the ult. Okay, here we go. And her flash is out, and her dash is out. Okay. So yeah, as a team, Fiora can't do much. I mean, Fiora is a duelist, right? She's going to have a very strong 1v1. Even against Lee Sin, who's still trying to fight her. But if you group up, that negates a lot of Fiora's power, especially if you can get rid of her ult. And there are certain tricks you can use to counter a Fiora ult, but that's neither here nor there. Alright, here we go. We got a dragon battle going on again. So Lee Sin's going to wait for it. Oh, it's Aatrox. He doesn't even have a smite. So that was not a great choice by Aatrox, because now that he's done half the damage on the dragon for Lee Sin, so Lee Sin can secure it now. Warwick's top, there's no threat to it. His smite should be able to secure that dragon, no problem. So there we go. Another dragon over on the blue side. Alright, so here comes the fight. Again, trying to 1v1, not a great call, but if you have backup, it works. So Senna takes quite a bit of damage there, and so does Lee Sin, but because they have each other's backs, they manage to kind of trade aggro back and forth as Lee Sin dragon kicks her back to the Senna, and that gives them enough time to whittle her down. We're blue side. Niverville's blue side. So Ash pinging that his ult. Her ult is up in 5 seconds, so there should be an engage happening here. Ooh. There's the Senna ult. There's the Ash ult. And... oh, she split aggro. She autoed Warwick once. Oh. I don't know if they did this on purpose, but they have the global Ash arrow, the global Senna ult, and the almost global Lux ult. They can engage and take a team out from a ridiculous distance. And there's not a lot they can do about it. And that's exactly what happened there. The Ash ult picked them off. Then the Senna ult damaged them and shielded the whole team. And then when they thought they got out, the Lux ult killed both of them. That was nasty. Yeah, so Niverville's playing this poke comp just beautifully. I mean, we haven't seen them group up yet, and Mundo hasn't really had a chance to come online because he had that 6-minute AFK at the beginning, but I mean, Lee Sin put down the early pressure to get them going, and now they're just using their poke to pin them under places and take objectives. So, red is JH Bruns. The Bruns Broncos team is playing red side. All right, so they did manage. Warwick did manage to secure that Rift Herald. They popped it pretty early. Like the Nerval's going to have full vision of this herald walking down the map because when you spawn it, it shows up on the map for both teams. And so you can see that Nerval's has a chance to respond here. Fiora's pretty far ahead, doesn't have a ton of backup from his team. But if she gets her ult off... Oh, she doesn't. Oh, she does. She's going to heal up. And that's going to be a problem. Uh-oh. Yep, and so there's a 3 kills onto the side of Bruns. So Bruns is grouped up and used their pick there to force Nerval into a team fight where they couldn't use their poke as efficiently. And they go down two champs, so it's... Or 3 champs already dropped there. So they're going to have to try and play some turret defense here. There we go. Now, poke is actually kind of nice for playing defense, because you can stay pretty far back and still... Oh! Like, look at that. They're both basically dead. Now the question is, how far do they chase? Oh. Lee Sin's gonna keep chasing. They don't have a lot of vision now. Oh yeah, they do. There's a pink board there. So they stayed a little too long. The poke whittled them down far enough, and Lee Sin managed to pick up 2 kills there. So that's a nice little turnaround. So that's helping. I'm not sure if... I think Bruns might have 2 league teams, actually. Like, we've been seeded into the... Our league team is fairly low rank, and so we've been seeded into the B-side pool. Which is nice. We're actually getting competitive matches. Like, our last game, we got... it was close for the first little while, and then we got steamrolled. And so I think Bruns has 2 league teams. I'm not sure. If someone from Bruns is in the Twitch chat, they can confirm that. But yeah, no, I know that Bruns has good Smash. My wife's Smash team has played against them before, and they always seem to show up and play well. Yeah, they got a pretty established esports team there, so. So yeah, it's going to be a matter of if they can not get engaged and pick off Fiora. That's going to be the win condition right now. And it looks like Bruns wants to group. They're trying to force Nerval not to use their skirmishes and their picks. But they've grouped 4 in the bot and they've left Fiora in the mid. Now all of their golden damage is on Fiora mid. Leaving her there is not a great call. Nerval collapses on this top lane, they're probably going to get a triple. This stream is just the match against Bruns. Tomorrow at 5 we play against Killarney Raiders. And last week we played our other match. That was our 3 round robin games. After that, we'll be seeded into playoffs, and our playoff game will be Thursday, 4:30, I believe. And we'll see how that goes to see if we play again Friday. Oh, can they do it? Oh, he misses it. And now they're fighting Fiora. Now Fiora getting so much damage out. Fiora's chasing hard, leaving Lux and Lee Sin to kill the rest of the team. So if Fiora can catch them, she'll get her kills. But in the meantime, she's abandoned her team to our superfed Lee Sin and Lux. So Lux attempted to peel off and go take care of her teammates, but Lux got the kills in the back, or sorry, Fiora got those kills in the back anyways. So it ends up being an even trade, 3 for 3 there. But well, Fiora's converting this into some farm. The Nerval team is converting this into a dragon, so a stronger objective game over to Nerval, because that'll help them for the entire game. Looks like I got a new follow. Didn't show up on my stream. That's weird. At least I didn't see it pop up. Maybe I'm crazy. It did show up. Oh. Well, who was it? Thanks for the follow, man. I must have just missed it. I heard the notification noise. See, I heard it again, but I don't see it. What's going on? Oh, there it is. McGeets. Thanks for the follow, McGeets. I wonder if that's Derek from math class. He told me he was going to be my 100th follower so he can get a shout out. Hey, it is. Derek, also known as Brett. Got himself his on-stream shout out. Well done. Oh, here we go. Nerval pulls the trigger again, gets the pick, pushes them off of the Baron, which is huge, and manages to clean up Aatrox. So Jay's run into full retreat mode here. Nerval's got to make a call about what objective they're going for. It looks like they're grouping mid. This is sketchy. Fiora's got double buffs, and she is real dangerous. Oh, she's behind them. Oh, she changes her mind. She backs out. Lee Sin was split from the team, so that would have been could have been a nasty fight if she pulled the trigger, but she didn't know where Lee Sin was and decided safely to peel out. I mean, if they turned to 5v1 her, she was done. So that's why the vision part of this game is so important, getting those wards out so you can see where the enemy is and where they're moving to and where you might get flanked from. Oh, Lee Sin going ham on the AD carry, but gets a flash out. And everyone's team is actually doing quite well this game in terms of staying grouped. You can see them starting to peel off and take a new objective, but then they don't. Okay, so Mundo gets pulled into the turret, which is about the best champ you can hope. Wow, Lux hits like a truck. And there's 2 kills over on Nerville's side. That was a huge ult right through their team. Fiora, you can see in the top lane, she's trying to split push. She wants to go and get some objectives by herself. But as soon as she leaves, Nerville just goes to town, cracks that base open, is going to take the turret. So the 4 remaining members of Bruns didn't have the opportunity to defend their turret, and that kind of ruins the split push. Now they're going to get an inhibitor. And if Fiora stays down there, they might just finish this game. We're going to have to see how it goes. So Fiora's going to try and split push. Looks like Lee Sin has backed to try and prevent her from getting the inhibitor. But Nirville's going to stay and try and 4-verse. Yeah, so she doesn't get the inhibitor or anything. Lee Sin will stay and farm it. Nirville stays grouped. They're going to stay in the mid and keep pushing. They might be better served to back now, knowing that Fiora is not on the map, unless they had vision of her recently, and I don't think they did. And now they see her because she's walking through wards. So now they know where Fiora is, so they're going to rotate the bottom lane, and they're going to take that turret for the extra gold as well. So Fiora is working heavily to try and play the split push game. And Lee Sin's doing a good job of defending it. But, I mean, they're pulling the trigger on these guys as soon as Fiora leaves, which is huge. But now Lee Sin might get fought here. Does he have an ult? He does have an ult. Oh! Uses his flash and his ult, pulls the insect off on her. Now, she is faster. She might be able to run him down and get him under the turret. We'll have to wait and see. But again, if Nerville can pull the trigger in this bottom lane here and get another fight, they take another inhibitor. But I know Lux's ult is out, and their tank just dropped, so this might be the time to peel off and just play defense. They got what they needed to get. Lux has already returned. She was a huge part of their damage, so now, yeah, it's just the AD carry. Fiora's a really tough champion to hit with that ult, because she's so mobile. Okay, here it goes. Oh, she parried the dragon kick. If she gets that last Q off, she's going to heal. Oh, Lee Sin blew it. Gave her heal. Again, there are tricks to make sure she doesn't get that heal off, and I would expect Lee Sin as one of our higher level players to know that, but all you got to do is hug the wall. Just hug the wall, man. You stand against the wall, she can't get around you. She can't get her last thing, she can't get her heal. I mean, you're stuck fighting, but you can run against that wall. It blocks one of her procs completely. He stood in the very middle of the lane instead of trying to path anywhere and gave her the opportunity to pop all of her marks. And so off that kill, now they know the jungler's down. They're going to turn to Baron. Now, if Nerville has their ults up, and it looks like they do, this could be a nasty fight for Bruns. If they get hit by all these global ults, but they don't have vision, so they don't know what they're... Oh, they have a pink ward. I think they know what's happening. So they're collapsing on it. There's the ult. There's the triple. Now, Fiora's the only one left. She's going to have to dash the wall, and then she will have just given the Baron over. She's going to try and steal it, but no dice. All right. Yeah, so they grouped on Baron with a junk, which honestly is the right call. But when your team gets 2-shot by Lux and Senna, that doesn't really give you a lot of options there. Fiora made the right call to get out while she could. So you see Mundo right now, his first buy was Spirit Visage. Now Spirit Visage, normally a fantastic item on Mundo. This game, terrible item on Mundo. Their entire team is attack damage. If he stacks armor, he doesn't die anymore. But instead he bought magic resist, which he can't use. The armor also helps taking turret shots. So that was not a great call by him, but I'm assuming he's building into armor now. But he won't actually have any decent armor items by the time this game should end in the next 10 minutes or so. He won't probably have time to pick up. Oh, he gets pulled over the wall. Again, look at how much damage he's getting put out on himself. No armor, that's going to happen. Now, Mundo's 1 in 6. Him dying actually doesn't do a ton. Oh, pulls the trigger on Senna. Oh, a beautiful peel by Lee Sin to keep her off the team. So as a poke comp, you just want to be throwing out damage when they're trying to gap pose and trying to follow. You want to kite back. And so Lee Sin does a great job of not using his ult offensively, but just kicking him off the team. Just keep the team going, keep them alive, so they can actually use their abilities and back out. Meanwhile, in top lane, Lux takes turret. So that was kind of how a split push is supposed to look. You got one guy in the top doing damage, draw the team to the bottom, but don't actually fight it. When they come to engage, instead of turning and burning, Lee Sin kicks them out and they just leave. And that allows Lux to get the turret top for basically free. And they have a huge wave that's eating turret shots right now, so they're choking JH Bruns out of a little bit of farm. Fiora goes to split push a bit, but again, she can't fight for 5v1, so she's going to have to back it out. Oh, the ult doesn't land. She riposts it. Oh, but she's down now, so her Guardian Angel's down. While she's respawning, they kill Warwick, and that leaves her just to be fought. So that's the raid boss. They've got Fiora down. Now they need to convert to an objective. So let's see what they just choose. Staying grouped, it looks like they're going to be heading mid lane, which is the right call. They might be able to finish with the super minions there. Oh, there goes an ult. Oh, almost kills one of them with an ult. Lee Sin hops in. Blitzcrank peels. Lee Sin finishes the one. AD carry manages to get out. Is Blitz going to get out? Don't let him pull you in. Ooh, fountain dive, sorry, and it works out. And that should be game. Looks like they managed it. There we go, so 1-1 so far in the tournament. That game goes over to Niverville. So good game, Bruns. Good job, guys. And that's going to be it for the stream for today. So thanks for tuning in and watching. I appreciate it, and we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place.